fanboy official. Okay, what's up? So yesterday I ended on Shotokan day 12. I had a second round of exercising. It was about 78 minutes of the Shotokan practicing. And we're on day 13 now, but yesterday was day 12. We're gonna look at page 36, see how far we get. But yeah, yesterday evening I ended up doing a second round of practicing. So it was mostly Gadan Barai, the downward block. I did that 2 sets of 10 reps, kind of on both sides back to back. Then I did 2 sets of 10 reps left side only, 2 sets of 10 reps right side only. Then Oizuki from that position of Zen Kutsudashi. I did 2 sets of 10 on the left, sets of 10 on the right, and then I did Gadan Barai with Oizuki. I put on both sides, like I was just doing like left side first, then right side first, then left side first, then right side next. So that's what I say when I say both, versus if it's left only, it's just like doing the same side on the left side only, or starting on the right side only, and just doing all the reps on the right side only. So I did both. 1 set of 10 reps, 1 set of 11, one set of 10 reps on the left, 1 set of 10 reps on the right, and then I did Shotokan only, so I did 1 set of 10 on the left, 1 set of 10 on the right. I started kind of running out of steam around then. Not necessarily like being too physically exhausted, but it was more of like a mental toll, because by that point I was kind of like losing count, and well, maybe it was a physical exhaustion too, but I felt like it was more mental. But I started kind of losing count more, and I was kind of having trouble focusing more by that point. So I did, for Shotokan, yeah, like I said, I did 1 set of 10 on the left, 1 set of 10 on the right. And then with Gadan Barai and Gadan Barai 2 Shotokan, I didn't do any left only, and I did 4 on the right only, but I had actually done 4 on the right only when I was trying to do Shotokan only without being in Gadan Barai first. So yeah, I kind of realized it was a bit on the challenging side, which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying it needs to be like easy, or that I expect it or want it to be like fully easy, but I'm like, at a certain point I'm like, okay, like I've already been doing this like over an hour, like, and a lot of it was slow too, but I'm like, once I start losing count and it starts getting messy, and I'm like, I think I'm doing one thing, then I realize, oh, I've already been doing like quite a few sets this other way, and I'm not really focused doing exactly what I want to do. I was like, or the way that I had planned to do it, I was like, well, my focus is kind of gone by this point, so I kind of just called it at that point. But I don't know, it wasn't really in a bad way. Excuse me. It was just, how it went down pretty much, and I was happy with it. And after yesterday, all the talking I did, I kind of mentally worked through a lot of stuff. I think just noticing what I'm kind of aware of, and you know, I'm trying not to let the mental stuff make me stop doing things, but at a certain point, it's like, when is it okay for it to stop? For me, I felt like that was okay, because it's like, well, if I'm trying to keep track of like sets and reps, and I'm not even like able to really focus on what I'm actually doing at a certain point, it's like, well, what's the point in trying to like keep track? So that was about my limit. There was about an hour 18 minutes of that. Then I was kind of like, I've been doing this for too long, and my brain just kind of was like not in it. It wasn't even that I didn't want to do it. It was just like I was kind of like, I can't really focus on what I'm trying to do. But it's okay. And so let's look at this book. Page 36, it says kata application. Now, if you remember, we previously looked at Kihon kata, and the whole sequence of things. And pretty much what the kata looks like. I think I actually added, yeah, I did, right? I added the kata for Kihon kata for Taikyoku Shodan. I added the pages, the appendix pages for 180 and 181. So let me see, kata application, page 36. Karate kata contain within them highly effective self-defense moves. These kata applications are very dangerous if performed correctly. The applications presented here are intended to illustrate the correct performance and uses of the kata. If you practice these applications with a partner, it should be done with extreme care so as to ensure that you do not cause an injury. For this reason, it is recommended that you practice kata applications at slow speed. This is an example application of the first two moves in Kihon kata. So it has one, says attacker strikes, I don't know what I'm reading. One, it says the attacker starts in front stance with the left leg forward. The attacker steps and punches with his right hand. The defender deflects the punch with his left hand while simultaneously attacking with a low punch using the right hand. So it looks like they're using Oizuki. One person's using Oizuki. The other person's using, it looks like possibly Gadan Barai. Like maybe halfway through Gadan Barai, but instead of a low block, it's a punch. I don't know what that's called. Did we study the name of that? Because we've studied the forward punch and the reverse punch. I don't know what this one. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what it looks like is Gadan Barai, but it's more of a punch than a block, I guess. It says for 2, the defender steps alongside and attacks the groin with his left hand. 3, it says the defender steps past the attacker with his right foot and uses his right arm and hip to throw his opponent. So one guy's on the ground by that point at the end of page 36. Page 37 has sparring forms. There's kumite. Talks about bowing, head level, Jodan attack. This is page 37. only look at these 2 pages. I might only look at these 2 pages. But kumite, it says sparring forms kumite. Sparring kumite is an exercise performed between 2 karate practitioners where the objective is to work together to improve technique, targeting, distancing, and timing. The objective is not to injure a partner, nor is it to win a fight. There are many variants of kumite. At the beginner level, it takes the form of 5-step sparring, gohon kumite, where all the attacks, blocks, and counters are prearranged. The example below shows 1-step sparring ippon kumite and 5-step sparring. Step 2 is repeated a further 4 times, and a kiai is added to the last punch only. It says bowing. Before you start sparring, bow to your partner. This shows respect and is a signal to say that you are now ready. When you have finished the sparring sequence, bow again. This again shows respect, but also is a signal that you are finished and do not expect any more attacks. Head level Jodan attack. So page 37 then goes into these 1, 2, 3. It basically shows one person starting in a very wide like Zen Kutsudashi stance, and the other ones in Yoidachi stance. And so they're starting like that, and then it says both the attacker and the defender start in ready position. The attacker steps back with a downward block. Okay, so it's actually saying they're stepping back with a downward block. So that's what this one's showing. And announces the attack. Jodan. 2. The attacker steps forward and punches, targeting the head. The defender steps back and blocks with a rising block. This is repeated 4 more times during 5-step sparring, but only kiai on the 5th attack. 3. The defender counterattacks using reverse punch with kiai. The punch should be focused so that it just makes contact. It should not hurt your opponent, but must not fall short. The attacker withdraws, and as he does so, the defender steps up, both finishing in ready stance, Yoidachi. So, I'll stop there with the reading today. I have some practicing I need to do today. Based on yesterday, what I didn't really get to too much of, I'm probably going to do more Gedan Barai. I'll probably do Gedan Barai with Oizuki a couple times, and then Gedan Barai with Shotokan quite a few more times. I was having some trouble with it. I don't know why. Like, I was having a little bit of trouble with Shotokan. Maybe because it's less familiar to me than Oizuki. Oizuki is probably the first thing I learned when I first had this book. So I probably practiced that and Gedan Barai more than any other thing. But there's some other things I haven't really practiced too much. I haven't practiced too much of Uchi Uke, which is on page 27, or which is the inside block. I haven't practiced too much of the Shotokan, which is the outside block, and I haven't practiced too much of the Ageuke, which is the rising block, or the Maegeri, which is the front kick. So I might want to decide which of those I want to practice. I'm probably not going to do all of them today. I'm trying to get in, going basically from Oidachi, into Gedan Barai, and then from Yoi Dachi to Gedan Barai into either Oizuki or Shutouke. And then it's basically like two moves, or two moves, but each move, if I do them slowly, remember how I don't know if it was 3 or 4, had the instructor going over like either 3 steps, 2 steps, or 1 steps. I'm realizing that when I do it slower, I'm more comfortable with like the 2 step for each move. And then I can kind of get to the 1 step, but the 1 step does get harder if I'm like switching things up more. But I can do the 2 step better. To me, 3 step was a little more confusing because it felt too slow, because I wasn't sure like why there were like 3 points where we were stepping. I was kind of like, this is too, it seemed like it complicated things more. So for me it was like 2 steps with the intention of getting to 1 step, but realistically it's taking me slowly 2 steps to get the coordination accurate. And then as far as like my actual like the form that I'm in, I don't know if my form is even that good. I have a mirror where I can kind of practice and see kind of how it seems to look, but it's just kind of based on my own opinion. My brother's room has a mirror too, and then like a whole full length mirror of the wall, and then our living room has a whole wall that's a mirror too. So I do have ability to kind of test and see where I'm at with some of the stuff, and at least look and see if it seems like it kind of looks like the book or the videos even. But it is my own opinion. Like, there's not somebody telling me, okay, your arm needs to be like 4 inches low or whatever. I'm just trying to like mimic what I'm seeing. And there are some things I've noticed, like between the book and the video. Like, for example, with I guess with with Gedan Barai it looks pretty much the same. With Oizuki, maybe it's kind of the same. I guess it was, what was it? Shutouke. Shutouke isn't until page like 46, the knife hand block of the book. In the book, they seem to they do the part of step 2 from ready stance, they have their arm kind of lower when they're marking the target, versus in the video the guy kind of had his arm kind of higher up, like maybe shoulder height, versus in the book the arm seems to be lower, almost like Gedan Barai, but just with an open palm instead of a closed fist. So that was kind of something I noticed. But yeah, I mean, things like that, I guess it's like you gotta decide how you want to do it. I guess I don't really know if it's wrong if you do one way versus the other, if there's two separate references kind of telling you different things. But I'll see. I'm gonna practice some of this stuff, kind of see where I land with it, and then I guess I'll let you guys know what I kind of end up getting up to. Alright, so as far as the end of my practice for day 13, so I did Gedan Barai for about 11, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying 11, for both of them, left and right, Gedan Barai for both sides, 10 reps, one set, and then one set of 10 on the left, one set of 10 on the right. And again, that means I'm going from I'm going from Yoidachi to Gedan Barai. Either going when I say both, I mean from Yoidachi to a downward block on the left, and then back to Yoidachi, then a downward block on the right, and so on. And doing that, like each time I go through left and right, that counts as one rep. So 10 of those. And then I did the order I did it in was from Gedan Barai to Oizuki. So I basically did 10 on the left, 10 on the right. But I did I did some slower practice moves before I tried to do the 10 on target, left and right, for the forward punch. And then, not both, but left first, then right second, or right first, then left second, I don't know. But I just basically did one set of 10 each side, and then Mae Geri, the kicks. So I did from Zen, Kutsudachi, with my arms down, similar to how the book looks. I did that to practice just the movements. And then I did from Yoidachi to Gedan Barai to Mae Geri. And then, yeah, that would be one rep. So I did that on the left 10 times and on the right 10 times. And then I ended with Gedan Barai into Shotokan. I did 4 on the left side, 10 on the right side. I started to get a little, I don't know if I want to call it lightheaded, but my workout today has gone like quite a long time. I split it up, so I think I'm just kind of exhausted. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did for today. I'm gonna shower and get some dinner in me. It's like about 5:36 p.m. Then I'll work on this post. after that, I'll work on putting it up. I did notice my right ankle is a little less strong. I'm noticing that when I'm doing kicks. My right ankle, I have a little less stability with it. I think maybe it's not as strong, not as developed of muscles, but my right calf is like noticeably more buff than my left one, which is kind of strange. Like it's way more defined, and my right leg, even like the shin and everything, is more veiny than my left. But I'm not really counting that as like some major thing, but it is just something I'm noting. I'll do some meditating later on. I probably should do it like immediately now. I probably should have done it before I started recording, but yeah, that's kind of what I did. So I guess I'll just do the meditating a little bit before I shower, and then I'll call it from there. Alright, and that's it for now. That's it for day 13, guys.